All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Yahawah been the true name of the Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI been the true name of His only begotten Son. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings unto the elect of YAHAWAH, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutations to you, Akim, out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, as well as you men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel on your father's side by blood. And I wanted to do a quick lesson dealing with Civil War within America. All right, a brother had sent the article yesterday, and I took a screenshot of a portion of it because I really wanted to get into this part, dealing with the numbers. So it says, Americans are closely watching these developments on their smartphones, tablets, and smart TVs, and have taken note of the possibility of summer riots. Now, it was speaking about people protesting about the things going on over in Gaza, right? It says, a new survey by Rasmussen Reports found that 41% of Americans are concerned a civil war could erupt sometime over the next 5 years, including 16% who say civil war is very likely in that same time frame. Meanwhile, 49% of respondents do not believe another civil war is likely in the next 5 years, with 20% expressing that it is not at all likely. An additional 10% are uncertain about the future. The possibility that America could face another civil war soon is not too far-fetched for a lot of voters. The pollsters said about their survey, and whether they want to believe it or not, it is going to happen because it's written to happen. All right, it's written to happen. 1 second, let me get this. I don't want to read too much. I'm gonna just go up. Yep, I'm gonna read here. It says 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Ultimately, there's going to be a third world war, but as it's saying, people are going to stand up with swords in their hands. They're going to go against one another. All right, and look what you have in this society. You have black versus white. You got pro this and anti this, and you have men versus women. You got Democrats versus Republicans. And as the scriptures say, a house divided against itself shall not stand, right? So they talk about United States of America, but nobody's united, except everybody's in their little own bubble united within who they're united with. But everybody views is different on damn near everything: religion, culture, dieting, right to bear arms, whatever the case is. It's all divided, man. All right. So going back in 2 Ezra 15, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." All right. And I just want to get that word sedition real quick. It says, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. And we've had certain things in the past, certain protests and rioting in the past few years. All right, dealing with the Black Lives Matter. You have the people with their sexual orientation. You have people with, even now, the Gaza situation. So eventually people are going to notice that they're being boxed in, pretty much. And what it is they've given they have given us rights, and people who understand those rights are willing to fight for those rights and possibly even die for those rights. All right. So that's what that sedition is. You have their plans that they have, which we, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, understand. All right. Putting technology within your body and just passing certain laws, as the scriptures speak about in Isaiah 10, unrighteous decrees. They'll give you one thing and turn around and ban it. Yeah, you can have freedom of speech, but you can't do this and do this and do this, and that's not freedom of speech. Hey, yeah, you freedom to your own religion, but now we're going to ban the Bible. So this is the society, the guy who runs this society, who we're dealing with. Okay, but I'm going to get back into it, though. So it says, I'm going to read that again. For there shall be seditions among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Oh, just imagine when the bank situation kick off. All right, and people realize they can't have access to their money how they once had. All right. Hey, you already know how people is about their money. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay, because they're, lockdowns, border patrol, setting up borders, and how they be having, in the movie, having them checkpoints, and they're talking about 15-minute cities, all right, where you ain't really got it. You can have all your entertainment that you need to go. It's all right here. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Now, that's what's prophesied. And like it said, for the lack of bread and for great tribulation, what? Lawlessness. All right. Because, I forget which brother I was watching, but or maybe it was on a movie. I'm not 100% sure, but he was stating that there's a lot of people that want to do things, but they don't do things based off of the authorities. If it comes to that, they will, so imagine when there's no authorities. All right. When nobody, just like certain places, hey, if it's not a serious crime, don't dial 911. That's another place. I mentioned a lot of things. It was a while ago I read them. But they was coming for serious crimes only, pretty much. All right, so even here in the state of Nebraska, they passed a law to where you don't have to register a gun. You don't have to have a concealed carry to carry a weapon. You can just buy one and make sure it's concealed and carried. All right. So who knows who's out here walking around with a weapon on them? Okay, we just see certain videos on YouTube and it shows road rage with gunfire and, fights with gunfire or whatever the case is. All right. And ultimately it's YAHAWASHI that's stirring these spirits up, man, because this is prophesied to happen. So it has to happen. It can't. The Lord's not going to change what he already wrote and change what he said that was going to happen, because his word doesn't go out void, but dealing with the numbers, I don't really, it'd be hard to get into, these numbers that these reporters post or that even say. It could be a hell of a lot more than that. It could be the other way around. It could be 49% think that there's going to be a civil war and 41% don't. But of course they wouldn't put that type of information out there, like that, because people might start to panic, or people might start to panic, and their whole thing is to show you that they want to keep in your mind that you're safe and secure, so you can continue to do what you've been doing, working and paying taxes, thinking that you living and not realizing that you losing out on everything, because as they're trying to bring about you will own nothing and be happy. So they just want to have everything and have you just being content with whatever they give you, man. All right, this is society. This is the society that we live in, and that's why the Heavenly Father is going to bring judgment upon this place. All right. So I just wanted to get into that real quick, man. It's part of the end that has to happen. You know, we, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, just got to make sure we stay prayed up and being, diligent. All right. To make our calling, what is that? Give diligence and make, to make our calling the election. I got to get it, Salakia, because this is, I used to always read it wrong. And it's actually an important part in there. This is 2 Peter 1:10. It says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. That's what it is, and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. So, hey, give diligence to make our calling, the fact that the Lord called us, and our ability, our chance, all right, to be of the Lord's elect, if it's of his will, man. Okay. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, we allowed to endure into the end. And once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.